Hello, second graders. So, for our last project of the year, I thought it'd be fun for us to go outside and be inspired by nature. And we're going to take a look at a couple artists that create in nature just using materials that are naturally grown on Earth. So, let's take a look at what they do and see if we can get inspired by their work. One of the most well-known land artists is this person that you're seeing in the video. His name is Andy Goldsworthy, and he works with anything he can find in nature. Here he's working with different icicles, and it looks like he's breaking them apart and finding a way to fit them together. Sometimes he has to resize the icicles so that it fits perfectly. And it takes a lot of patience to work with nature because things are not always just the way that you want them. You cannot foresee the weather or things that could happen, but he persists on spending time and is able to create beautiful masterpieces like the one that you're just about to see. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it looks like it's glowing because the sun is reflecting on it, but he was able to use just icicles to put that together. In this other piece, he's using sticks, and although it looks like he probably used a lot of duct tape or things like that, he usually only uses materials that he finds out in nature in the site where he is. So whatever he found around that area is what he will use for those pieces. Unfortunately, nature does have its downfalls because sometimes things happen, and even if you've been working for a really long time, it falls apart. Um, he just takes a little break and then comes back to it and keeps on trying. But you get really magnificent results from all these beautiful pieces. This one, he just played around with the different color leaves and he arranged them in a certain way. And this last one is one of my all-time favorites. He used different leaves and probably little sticks to sort of tie them together or attach them to each other. And he paid attention to the way that the water was flowing. So it looks like it's moving right now, and it actually is because the current or the water, the way that it's going, is sort of allowing his leaves to float and move, and they kind of have a life of their own, which I think is really, really neat. So now that we've looked at a couple of his pieces, let's go on a scavenger hunt. Go outside, look for anything that is off the trees, has fallen. Please don't just rip apart branches. And when you're done, you can go ahead and do your own land art piece.